My name is Bailey. My school is Mary Mayfield Elementary. My name of my project is Roast and Toast. What my project was about is I have to do which type of cup will keep a hot drink warm longer, paper, plastic, or styrofoam, or glass. My hypothesis was I think the styrofoam cup would do the best at keeping a hot beverage hot longer than the other cup because the styrofoam cup seems like it is a thicker cup and will hold heat better. The most surprising thing that I learned is that the styrofoam cup was the cup that stayed the longest, that kept the coffee warm. And my favorite part of doing the project is because I got to measure the heat of the coffee.
My name is Bennett Sarber. I go to James Elementary in Princeton ISD. And the name of my project is Which Substance Makes a Gummy Bear Grow the Largest? I thought baking soda would make the gummy bear grow the largest because of the stuff that it had, but I didn't know it would actually make it so. My most surprising thing that I learned was water actually made it grow the largest out of vinegar and baking soda. My favorite part of doing this project was actually doing it at home with my family.
My name is McKenna Robinson. I go to Harper Elementary School. The name of my project is How Pepsi Being Open Affects Its Fizziness. Before I started my project, I thought that the Pepsi that was open for 40 minutes would be less fizzy because when you open a soda bottle, the carbon dioxide that is trapped inside escapes and therefore causing the soda to become less fizzy. The most surprising thing that I learned is how soda became less fizzy, and then my favorite part of doing the project would probably be the fact that after the project was over, I got to drink the Pepsi.
My name is Wendy Charles. I go to school at Low Elementary, and my name of the project is How does temperature affect a magnet's strength? My hypothesis was if I take 3 magnets and place them on a cold, warm, and hot surface, then the magnet on the hot surface will become weaker and possibly stop being magnetic because the particles within the magnet speed up, become more sporadic, and begin to misalign, and a reduction in the magnetic force takes place. The most surprising thing I learned was, the hot one became less magnetic and less paper clips were on there. And my favorite part was learning about magnets and how they lose magnetic temperature.
Avery. I go to Smith Elementary, and the name of my project is Fizzy Wizzy. And I think that the regular Coke was gonna get more because it has more sugar in it. So I thought that it was gonna produce more fizz. And then the most surprising thing that I learned was that the Diet Coke won because it has less sugar in it. So yeah, and then my favorite part of doing this was getting to decorate it and think of the name of it. So it was really cool.
My name is Felix Bauer. I go to Green Elementary. The name of my science fair project was Rainbow Time Jello. And before I started my project, my hypothesis was that the least complicated Jello flavor would set the fastest, and the most complicated would set the latest. The most surprising thing I learned was that if you have more molecules in one flavor, it takes them way less time to solidify, and if you have less molecules, like in the orange flavor, it takes more time for them to group up together and solidify. And my favorite part of this project was basically when I when I finished my project, I could eat it all.
My name is Penny Toll, and I go to Lacey Elementary. The name of my project is called Got Bacteria, and before I started my project, I thought that the sponge would get first and the toothbrush would get second, because the sponge is like really dirty and it's a breeding ground for bacteria. And the most surprising thing that I learned is that I thought that the toilet seat wouldn't get a place, since like people say these two are the most bacteria, but I thought that they would, but it didn't. Keys got third, and so this is kind of gross. I thought it was because every time they put it in like the keyhole, it like got more bacteria on it. And then my favorite part of doing this project is seeing how much gross and bacteria there is on all this stuff, and it was kind of gross.
So which one was the dirtiest?
The sponge.
The sponge was, okay.
And it had a smiley face on it, so extra more bacteria. And second, it was toothbrush, and then keys, which is, I think one of these. I think it's this one. Got the second.
My name is Ivan, and I go to Garden Elementary. My name of my project was Color Me Warm, Heat Observation. Before I started the project, I thought that the dark colored shirt would affect more heat because the amount of heat it absorbs. The most surprising thing I learned was that you can dress to be like warm, and how all the other things about heat. My favorite part of doing the project was me playing outside and researching at school.